Hello and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. So, we have now been blackmailed, but that doesn't really bother us because they're going to give us a target, and that's what we really want. Let's check if there's anything else in here. I don't believe there is. It looks like it's the news program, so I think we're going to go speak to somebody. Now, let's just check something. Can I leave? Yes. Okay, so this is not a special day or anything. We missed our Sunday smoothie. I can't remember whether we actually had any access to do anything on Sunday, but I believe we have missed our smoothie. Hello. Man, visiting the bathhouse on a rainy day is the best thing ever. On days of rain and snow, an old man appears at this bathhouse and messes with the water's temperature. He made up some challenge on his own called the Hot Water Challenge. Maybe give it a try and test your guts? Oh, you can get guts off of that? Oh, I like how we put the umbrella away when we go in here. That's kind of neat. I mean, we're just going to have to put it out again because I'm only in here to buy this, but yeah, it's kind of neat. Let's head this way. Yeah, should we take it out again? It's just a small little thing. See if we got anybody around. Drunk guy's not here. Children are not here. I guess because it's raining, nobody's here. Okay, that's fine. Yep, nobody's here. Right, let's head out to the rail map. There's probably more people to look at in the city. But we'll just see. So we got Kawakami, who we'll definitely get an up with, even though it doesn't say that we will. We've got Awai here, who we won't get anything with, and Mishima. And we were also told to maybe investigate here. Ooh, we get an up with Akechi here. Interesting. But we were told to investigate it, so I'm going to go investigate. Just to see what's going on, because apparently there's an old man around somewhere. Oh, we've also got something with her as well. Interesting. Oh, because this is roofed. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I like it. Oh, right. Yeah, we have... is it this shop? Yeah. We've got some sooty clothing for them, potentially.
Welcome!
Let's want to see. I could sell... Yeah, I could sell this stuff. I might just sell all clothes. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it. I don't care. I'm not ever going to use the... Yeah, I'm not going to use laundry. Pretty much at all. So I'll just get rid of that. I could use clothing grab bag. Yeah, sure. Let's grab that. See what we get. I always want to know what's inside this stuff. Let's take a look. So we got 2 old ghastly dresses and 2 old Cheong Sams. Not too bad. Let's try this again sometime. No, I'm done. No, I'm done. Let me out. Cool. Well, let's have a look and see what we got. So if I go equip. I assume that you get stuff depending on what level of the game you're at. That's the wrong one. But we'll see. So we have the old ghastly dress, which is better. Also gives you, well, except it doesn't give you the edge. And then, yeah, so that's probably not better for us. Ryuji? Let's have a look. He's using the Duke's coat, so this is a straight upgrade, and it reduces physical damage. It loses 30 HP, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll give him that. Morgana, I don't believe we have anything for you. Nope. On. So for old pajamas, we now move up to this thing, which is +1 edge, which again, pretty good. Yeah, seems like a straight upgrade. And then Yusuke, he's Duke's coat into the dress. Perfect. That went pretty well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right. Oh, do you have something for me? Chunky Katsu just sold out. Oh well, that's fine. We'll head along here. We could go to... Temple's only open during the day. Anyway, we're looking for an older man, basically. Is apparently something around here. Ooh, put it away again. Some chatter. So for our next girls' night, do you know any good places in Shibuya? Oh, let's not do Shibuya. It's gotten really unsafe, I hear. I don't mind if it's near our office. Girls' night in Kichi Joji? I don't know. Won't they think that we're just supposed to drab 30-somethings out on the town? Is that not what you are? Man with sunglasses. Hey, you. Got a moment? I'm a Chapman collecting rare goods for personal reasons. Rare goods? Yeah, you see, I knew that would get your attention. A trader must constantly fulfill his client's needs, regardless of an item being sold out or worth a premium. But a lone man can only do so much. I've been racking my brain over how I'm going to purchase this item. Then you come along, man, and I knew I could just talk to you. What do you say? Will you help a fella collect some goods? What do I get? Are my rewards ready for you, my man? But if you get what I asked for, we'll trade. Sound fair? Just buy the item when you can and bring it to me at any time. Unfortunately, customer demand is always in a constant state of flux. So sometimes an item you bring to me may no longer be needed. Sorry man, that's just how it is. You know, he looks and talks funny, but depending on the item, this might not be a bad deal. Why don't you accept the job? Sounds easy enough, and you just have to buy him stuff. And we have a deal. From now on, please call me Sakai.
I mean...
Of course, as phantom thieves, we have to be careful about procuring the item and appraising it, alright? I don't think this guy has any ill intentions, but he's still a bit suspicious. We don't want us to get in trouble. Oh, one thing I need you to remember. I don't want any trouble. Wouldn't want to burden the clients. That means no stealing. You gotta buy the item through legitimate channels, alright, my man? Now then, let's discuss our first deal. Our request for today is imported protein. If you can find one, I'll trade it for one decorative whip. Handing in the item Sakai requested from you will earn you a special item. More requests will come in over time. Sakai will not reappear until he has another request for you. Make sure to check now and see if he... be sure to check now and then to see if he has returned. Okay. Don't have it, but I know where you buy it. You buy it from over here. If it's open. It's this shop. Hello.
Welcome.
No, it's not this shop. Where do you buy an imported protein? There is definitely a shop where you can buy that. Just check what we got here. Maybe it wasn't one of these. Might have been back in the underground mall. Anyway, I'll put that away again. Ooh, we got some chatter. Ooh, it's him. I hear some students met with Goro Akechi himself on that field trip. With that razor-sharp intellect and a dignity beyond his years, he is truly a paragon for them to aspire to. One day, I hope I can partake of that aura, that charisma that won him the moniker of Detective Prince. Alright, interesting. It's nice being able to see people we know. So we could buy incense here.
Come on in.
Now that we got it. Oh, okay. Like, let me just check something. So he only seems to have 2 of each type. I might just buy these anyway. Because these are stat increases, and I don't see any reason not to buy stat increases. I mean, it costs us money, but like, money's not an issue. Money is severely not an issue right now. So we could spend time with Akechi here. Interesting. We might want to spend time with him over Kawakami. And the reason why we might want to do that is because he's one of the ones we have to get done by November. So he's kind of got priority on it. There's definitely... I've seen the imported protein at one of these shops. I don't know if it's one of these ones, though, whether it's like one of the ones back in the mall. That's probably what the point of the quest is the you don't know which one it is, so you have to go try and find it. I think it's in the mall, if it's open. Let's have a look. Don't think it's any of these. Is it along the end? Not there, not at Soul Mart, not at Problem Child, not there. Sport shop, maybe? It's got protein.
What would you like?
Oh, it has imported protein. Perfect. We'll buy it. Also, what's the magnetic necklace? Fast heal, don't need it. Alright. So now I can travel back to Kichi Joji. And then we should be able to trade that in. Right, in here. A little bit of a run along. Hello. So, you ready to trade? Yes, yes. Trade. Yes, yes. A wise decision indeed. Here you go, your detective whip. Or decorative whip. Ah, so this is whey protein made from pig's milk. No additives, artificial colouring, or preservatives. Safe for even kids to drink. I knew you would be able to deliver. I'll be counting on you again. Alright, so now we have a decorative whip, which we should be able to give to you. It is worse than your whip sword, but it gives 5 luck. Do we think that 5 luck is worth 14 attack? I kind of do. Yeah, because we don't often use the attack, but the luck generally is, you know, it handles a lot of things. And now we can spend some time with Akechi. Now he's the Justice Arcana. Do we have Justice? Persona? We do not have Justice. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quick run around to the Velvet Room here, and actually we can just go promenade. There we go. Run around to the Velvet Room, and then go and grab ourselves a Justice Arcana. Ooh. And in we go again. Okay. So there's another like thing to do in a day. This game has a lot of things to do on days. Like it's got a lot of like recurring things to do, which is cool. But you know, there's a lot of them.
Composed.
Right. Create new persona. Fusion. Let's just see if we have one.
Begin the search.
We do not have a Justice. Okay. Oh, one thing I should also do while I'm here.
I'll take care of them.
Let's have a look. Let's see. Reclaim.
You want to release it?
Yeah.
Looks a little stronger.
Looks like it's about to learn a skill. Still want to bail it out? Never mind. That's fine. If it's about to gain a skill, leave it there.
The inmate needs our guide. Execute him.
So instead of doing that, we want to go
I'll take care of you in a hurry.
into register. There we go.
This.
Don't have anything to register
These
here.
are the paths you have walked.
Search by Arcana. We're looking for a Justice. Justice. Okay. Angel.
You'll withdraw this persona, then
Go ahead.
accept this persona.
Also, I noticed something very weird while we're going through here. Look how few judgments there are. There's only 5 of them. And 2 of them are DLC. What's up with that? That's a little weird.
Done already?
That would imply to me that that's somebody who...
It is time, inmate.
That either implies to me that it's going to do a thing where it switches a confidant around, or that confidant... I don't know. I don't understand why we would only have... Maybe we get it later in the scene. Do we have Judgment yet? We do not have Judgment. It might do the thing it did in... At some point in one of the other games where it flips it round, so it goes like... Hey, this was this persona. Like, this confidant was X persona, but now they're Judgment, right? I don't know. Like, you could have a catch. It could be like he was Justice and now he's Judgment for whatever reason, like story beat. Anyway, hey, Catchy.
Hi.
Hi, Zaplakun. Good evening. I wanted to talk to you, but since we have the time, do you want to go play billiards together? It's not that difficult. We can chat and play at the same time. How about it? And feel I can become closer. Maybe a good opportunity to deepen my bonds.
What do you want to do?
Let's hang out with them. I'm glad you asked. I was a little worried you turned me down. Well then, let's get going. I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Okay.
That is good to hear.
I found myself with some free time, so I was hoping to find someone to play against. You always seem so busy. Well, I wouldn't say I'm unoccupied either, but I'm not busy all the time either. If anything, it's my policy to spend my spare time in meaningful ways. Now, let's play a game. You played pool before, correct? Interesting. He just said it's his policy to spend his time in, let me just go for it, meaningful ways. And now he's playing billiards with us. Now, playing billiards with some random isn't necessarily meaningful time. So why is this meaningful to him? What's meaningful to him are things to relate to the case. At least as far as I can tell, he seems very into that sort of thing. So what that would imply to me is basically what I'm doing here is I'm reverse engineering a solution that fits my already existing theory, is that he already knows far too much about us. Anyway. Now let's play a game. You played pool before, correct? Are there not usually more balls? Like a lot more? I don't know, maybe it's a different type. Oh! That was pretty good. Wait, yeah, he just put all of them in. Is that your win? Well, the 9 ball's been sunk already, so... But that was just a coincidence, of course. We can start over, that won't count. He's just showing us that he can win anytime he wants. Oof, bad move on my part. If you get this next one, I'm in trouble. He's letting us win now. Ooh, okay. Not bad. Everything's riding on your next shot, though. How will you handle this? Carefully. Well, let's see your skills. So he likes that we're methodical. He doesn't care whether it goes in or not. He just likes that we spent some time on it. Not enough power. It wasn't enough force. It didn't even reach the pocket. I bet if we put power on it, it would have been off target. Wait, we won. No. If there was only one ball left on the table, that implies that we sunk all the other balls. I'm just saying, like, that implies that we won. Anyway, I win. That was a close one, though. I suppose it would have been embarrassing to lose as your senior, huh? Something seems off. Thank you, that's great news. I sense something in you that's quite different from other people. I guess you can call it my detective's intuition. Haha, kidding, of course. Oh, my apologies, a break ace. Is something the matter? Wait a second. What? I didn't even realize that he... What? Okay, this is a detail where I'm like, this was not what I was expecting. You used your right hand. Huh.
That's not bad.
I'm honestly impressed you noticed. That's right, this one's my dominant hand. I switched hands during the game. It's not anything against you, just going all out against the junior seemed a bit gauche. But I confess you've surprised me. I'm rather dexterous with my right hand. I can even use chopsticks with it. Frankly, I didn't expect you to see through it. Oh. No holding back next time. Interesting. It's a nice idea. I'd like to try a match where I don't have to hold anything back. He likes that we want a challenge. In any case, you truly are interesting. You never cease to intrigue me. I can sense Akechi's appreciation. Ooh, chance to reveal one enemy affinity at the start of battle.
Alright.
Nice. If you ever manage to win against me using my right hand, then I will face you with everything I have. You have my word.
Goodbye then.
We'll see ya. Oh. Hey, thanks for coming along today. Our little game turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Barely anyone notices when I don't use my dominant hand. I can only commend your powers of observation. I think that you'd be an interesting influence on me. If you're so inclined, we could go out again sometime. As rivals? Hahaha, whatever works for you. As long as I can spend some time with you. Think of it as you please. Okay, so the of rivals, I really wanted to say it because he previously said to Makoto that he considered the Phantom Thieves as a rival. And now that we said as rivals and that was something he liked, he's like, okay, the Phantom Thieves see me the same way. Interesting. Well, I suppose I'll reach out the next time something comes up. See ya. Okay. Want some cash? I've got a job he could do. Do you know about that Phantom Thieves forum? People said that they made a request there, it got granted. Really? That sounds super useful. Come on, pay up. You understand the position you're in, right? Oh, wow. You really don't want to be around Kichi and Joji. You just get, you know, mugged and blackmailed and horrible place to be, really.
Hey!
Hey, it's you! Hey, it's you! You're the commenter's favorite character. Morning. Going to school now? I'm just heading home. The morning sun is too bright. What about your job?
Nope.
I pulled an all-nighter. Journalist Ichiko Oya works around the clock, you know. Oh, Chico. Oh, yeah. Hey, we have a name. Well, you work hard in your studies. Okay, well, we have her name now. Not that it matters, but we have her name. It's after school.
I was thinking you might not show.
So, whose heart do you want us to change?
A Mafia boss.
Oh, okay. Sounds promising.
Mafia?
What are you talking about?
That's what they call themselves. This group seems to be the cause of the rise in phishing scams. What's worse, once you're in their sights, they won't stop threatening you until they get what they want.
I'm just going to assume, by the way, that Mafia was translated, like along with the translation in the game. But, you know, and it was different in Japanese. That's just my natural assumption, is that they went for a more known American criminal organization. Just a guess there at the translation.
They'll force you to take part in their scams, threaten your family, and ultimately destroy your life.
Holy shit.
It appears that their victims include some of our students.
No!
They primarily target juveniles.
What's their boss's name?
Nobody knows.
That's going to be difficult.
The victims are being threatened not to testify. So even the police can't get a grasp of the situation.
That's where you want us to start?
You should be able to pull it off. If you're really the righteous Phantom Thieves. Or is Akechi-kun correct when he says you act without justice?
Can't you say something witty back at her?
Give us the details.
Why are you being so serious?
Their main hub of activity is in Shibuya. That's all the information I have. You have 2 weeks. Once that is passed, I'll submit all the evidence I have to the police and to the school. I hope you don't let me down.
She really had the upper hand in that exchange.
Don't let me down. Damn it, she was just bossing us around.
Come on, we should get in touch with Yusuke.
Ooh, we're going to flash forward? I'm excited.
The student council president from Chujin Academy?
Yeah, your sister.
Are you saying that Makoto was sticking her nose into this phantom thief business?
You never noticed?
Why would Makoto? Bringing up my sister to upset me, are you? It seems there's no limit to your duplicity. Fine. I'll listen to everything you have to say before I decide the truth of your statements.
I'm so mad.
The Mafia.
Can we really do this? Either way, we have almost no information on our target. This guy's a crime boss, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had a palace. Still.
Isn't this a prime opportunity for us, though?
How? We're in huge trouble.
Even after we punished an evil man who seemed to be good, the public did not acknowledge us. However, if we take down an actual criminal, let alone a target the police don't have answers for.
Oh, right. That might make people believe in us.
I get it. That means even Akechi will have to acknowledge us as the Phantom Thieves. What do you say, leader?
Let's prove our justice.
Hell yeah! We just gotta do what we always do.
Our time limit is 2 weeks, correct? We can't afford to waste too much time. I'll ask around Kosei and see if there are any victims.
Okay, I know some girls who go to Shibuya pretty often. I'll check with them about it.
All right, and I'm gonna see what I can find on the net. That leaves our school up to you and Morgana. You figured out what to do during the whole Kamoshida thing, right?
I'll back you up.
All right, Let's get back together at the end of the week once we've got all our info. I'll get in touch with you guys later.
Oh, we're only gonna have a week to do the palace. Interesting. Or maybe we get more time if we find out who it is.
We're meeting in front of the school tomorrow, right? Don't worry. I'm sure we'll find something new.
Could I have a moment?
What's up?
Well, it's...
Are you upset you don't have a confidant yet?
I had a yearning to see the Sayuri, so if you're heading homeward, I'll accompany you.
Okay.
The Sayuri. It seems to suit this cafe quite well. I'm glad I chose to leave it here. I fear I have found myself in quite a horrible mess.
What are you talking about?
To put it bluntly, I am in need of your assistance. Please, listen to what I must say. Throughout my artistic career, there have been moments I've struggled with particular motifs or techniques. However, each of those struggles did eventually fade. Yet now I find myself in a similar situation, but the more I try to escape it, the worse it becomes. It seems I am trapped in what we in the art world call a slump. Are you aware that I am attending Kosei on an art scholarship?
Yeah?
Such coveted grants are not given as charity. I must continually achieve within my field to remain eligible. Were I to lose my scholarship, I would likely have no choice but to leave the school as well. In the earlier days of my career, I would exclusively paint what I desired when I desired it. The only goal I had in mind was the pursuit of pure beauty. That goal is what drove me onward. I wanted nothing more than to attain the lustrous allure of the Sayuri in my own work. Yet, what reason do I have now? Holding on to my scholarship? Keeping a roof over my head? Worldly desires are all that spur my brush to move, and the resulting work reflects such impurity of mind. To be honest, I am unsure as to whether I can even call myself an artist anymore.
You do seem stressed. This seems like 101 stressed.
My apologies. It seems I got somewhat carried away there. But I simply cannot accept this lack of purpose in my work.
Fair enough.
That is why I'm so upset with my own indecision. Such vague ambition is, in essence, a sin of sorts. Though I suppose allowing my young career to come to an end here would be even more sinful. I only wish to create a work I can be genuinely proud of. Just look at the Sayuri. Her incandescent figure, alluring gaze. That is the meaning of pure beauty. Yet no matter how hard I try to replicate it, an elegance so sweet remains elusive to me.
Sounds like his problem. He's trying to chase he's trying to create something that can live up to the nostalgia and, like, you know, the inbuilt memories that he's tied to Sayuri. So he's like, he just cannot... You can't produce something that is naturally as good. It's like, say you remembered your 10th birthday party really well, and it's gonna be your 20th birthday party. You can never make that as good as the 10th one that you remember. But 10 years after that, when you're at your 30th, you might remember your 20th more fondly. Just because there's nostalgia. You need time for it to hit. That's what I think is happening here. He's trying to produce something that is instantly better, and that I don't think is going to work.
Why is that, you ask? It is surely because the painter behind the work differs, because the soul differs. But if my estimations are correct, the soul is nothing but another way to speak of the human heart. What, then, is the heart? How does it bring forth such beauty? I must understand. To be perfectly frank, though, I am unsure of how to do so. Would you be able to provide me assistance? You have already brought profound change to my world. Hence, I believe you, of all people, may be able to bring me closer to the truth.
I'd be glad to help.
You would? Wonderful. At the moment, my art teacher has yet to notice any drastic changes in my work. But I cannot hide forever. Impurity of the heart will undoubtedly seep onto an artist's canvas eventually.
What's interesting is that he says his art teacher has yet to notice any problems. So that implies to me that the quality has not actually gone down a significant degree. So I think a lot of this is just in his head.
I must go now. My curfew approaches. I look forward to speaking about this matter again.
I walked Yusuke to the station. We didn't get a bond?
Rain, huh?
I hate the rain. It always brings me down. So I checked online and people are talking about it all over. Now, in my expert opinion, Lida of class 2D is guilty. You mean Lida-kun from our class? Wait, start at the beginning. What's he guilty of? Supposedly he's been spending money left and right recently. Said it's cause of some great part-time job he got. I see. That may very well be worth looking into. Right? Can you try asking him about it, Ann? I don't think he'd be cautious around a girl. In that case, yeah. I don't mind giving it a try. Although I've really talked to Lida-kun before. I'll be counting on you to back me up if anything happens, Alpax. Leave it to me. Thanks, that's a huge help. I'm hoping for some great things this time from Takamaki-san's world-class wonderful acting. Shut it! I hope this will get us even marginally closer to their so-called boss. I leave this leader to you two, and I have high hopes for your acting as well, Ann. Of course, that could be, instead of an L, that could be an I, and it could be Ida. But anyway, you're both missing the point.
Hey!
Is it true this... I don't know if that's an I or an L. I think Ida sounds like a better name. But Lida is definitely how I'm seeing that. Anyway. Is it true this Lida guy's guilty? Well, we'll need to dig up some dirt first. Thing in the morning. I'm just trying to see if there's an L in a capital L anywhere. So I'm looking at the I versus the Lida one, and they look very similar. I don't know. Anyway. Hello. I was watching television and came across a discussion about the nature of justice. Have you ever given it any thought what justice is to you? I don't know. Haha, you should really think about it. I'm sure that would help you gain new insights and grow. The boy who was featured in that TV discussion is still in high school. Akechi, was it? He was well spoken and skilled in the art of debate, almost as good as I was at that age. Of course. Up next, we discuss looming dangers approaching our city. A team of reporters follow the police investigator who is on the Mafia case. What was clear is that there is little the police can do.
Now then.
Even the police are having a hard time. We can't let our guard down. Okay, you got anything?
Hey.
Yeah, okay, that's the same stuff. So, what have we got available today? Let's have a look at the correct thing here. Oh, Kawakami. Hawaii, and then up with Mishima. I think I want to take Kawakami out of the people who are left around here. Yeah, we don't have Akechi available. Okay. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to double check something. I don't have a confidant with him, like with Yusuke, do I? I do not have a confidant with Yusuke. Cool. I want to just double check that. Right. Now, do we know what hers is yet? I don't believe we know what hers is. No. Okay. Well, let's call her. Thinking of calling in a maid? Well, if you use this, you won't leave proof in your call history. This is all for the good of the Phantom Thieves. Right? Of course.
Hi!
This is Becky. Oh, wait, it's you. Well, it'll be 5,000 yen with the request fee included, you know. Is that okay with you? Of course.
I see.
Very well. I'll head over right away then.
So, this is your room, huh? How do I put this?
It's sparse?
Never mind. So, what kind of kid are you? The way you opposed Mr. Kamoshida, I'd say that you're earnest and have a strong sense of justice.
Just a small question here. Given that she's our teacher, we know she's our teacher, and we're only pretending that she's coming on this maid service thing, why did she dress up in the maid outfit? She could have just not done that. She could have just been in her normal teacher clothes and walked in. Or like, you know, whatever. You know, why did she come in the maid outfit? I mean, obviously it's fan service, but still.
That being said, you called a maid service and requested me?
I was really lonely, or I don't have any friends. I was really lonely.
I see. Oh, that's right. You have a criminal record. Okay, then how about this? I'll let you skip class a few times. It's tough not having any place where you belong, isn't it? However, I reserve the right to change my mind if your grades drop.
You were a horrible teacher. I mean, not the changing your mind if the grades drop, but like the letting us skip class in the first place. Well, what is up with you?
In an exchange, you won't tell anyone that I'm moonlighting as a maid. Sound good?
That sounds like a deal. Thanks. Well, you know what? I promise.
Then it's a deal.
I've made a deal with Kawakami. I wonder what she's going to say about this one. We noticed that you were calling a maid service quite often.
To think you pulled off so many crimes while attending school. I can't believe you managed that by yourself. There had to be someone at the school helping you. What do you have to say to that?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the temperance persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Slack Off allows you to perform various activities in Kawakami's class. Oh! I wonder what that means.
All right.
What am I doing here with one of my students? Well, I guess I should get going. Oh, please request me if you need any help with your housework, okay?
Why?
Well, I mean, we know each other's secret, and it would really put my mind at ease. Besides, I'm considered over the hill for this type of job, so I don't get requested that often.
She needs the money? Really?
I'll show my appreciation by making it easy for you to ditch class.
Just want to rephrase this one here. Our teacher has said that she will... that if we pay her, so it's 5,000 yen a time, so it's if we pay her 50 yen, sorry, if we pay her like $50, she will come over to our house, dressed as a maid and clean up, and we can skip class. Although we're probably not paying her $50, we're probably paying her a percentage of that, and then a percentage is going to the company. I just want to let that sink in a second. She is a horrible teacher.
Just think about it, okay?
You're really bad at your job.
Master!
Alright, Master. That'll be it for today. Wait a second. The cafe is still open. That means Sojiro is seeing all of this. He's just off screen to the left. Ugh. God, you have no idea how exhausting this job is. Listen, promise me you won't tell the school about this, okay? For both our sakes. Absolutely no talk about maid stuff to anyone. It'll be our widow's secret, just for Becky and Master, okay? Can you keep a secret? Oh, I hated myself for speaking like that, but that is how it was written. And that face is... We'll move on. Please stop talking like that. What? You're not even going to play along? You're killing me here. She's happy that we don't want it to play along. Well, I'm going to head home. Oh, and don't forget to study for your exams, okay? If you waste all your time playing around, your grades will suffer.
Bye!
See you later! Okay then. Well. Ooh, book time.
Hey!
We grabbed a seat. What we're gonna read? What's it called? The Gallant Rogue. Experience the guts to defy those in power. The rich quaked in fear as the poor rejoiced.
Wow!
Ishikawa Goemon was a thief without peer, so he was the hero of the common people, huh? We didn't finish it.
Hey.
Yeah, we didn't finish the book. Yep, we'll continue some other time. But that now means, if we were to read at some other random moment, that read is now worth, I assume, 3 guts.
The rumors are pretty terrible.
So instead of it being like, if we're wanting 2 guts from Big Bang Burger, it's now again, previously I was saying, because 2 trips to Big Bang Burger would get us 4 guts, and 2 reading gets us 3 guts, we should spend our time at Big Bang Burger. Now, because 1 reading will get us 3 guts versus 2 guts at Big Bang, next time we want guts, we should read. If that makes sense. It's a little... yeah. Although, if we were to then... anyway. Essentially, yes, the maths has now changed. Don't you think that all that blackmail stuff is insane? I didn't think it had anything to do with me, but there are even victims in my class. Oh, I didn't know about that. These guys supposedly came asking if you wanted that easy, high-paying job, and then if you say yes, you get dragged in some real shady shit. The teachers and student council press will do something about it, though. People are real worried. Oh, are you talking about that posting? I wonder if she was serious about it. I heard she knew about Kamoshida and the sexual harassment. She probably won't be too much help. Okay. Leave him be. Morning. Oh, we're in class. It's her class. That leader guy's here. I'll try and ask about him. I'm still waiting for an... oh my... look at the L. Okay, wait a second. We've got an L and an I next to each other. The I is smaller. That's Ida. That's an Ida guy. Yeah. So that... because it's I-I-D-A. So it's Ida. Okay. We're counting on you. Leave it to me. That level of motivation actually makes me a little more nervous. In any case, let us know if you learn anything. Lunchtime.
Nijima-kun, what is going on here? Apparently the damage done by this so-called Mafia has even reached our student body.
Well...
I thought this absurdity was nothing but a joke. Not only are there victims, there are even rumors that some are involved with such crimes. I've even received inquiries from their guardians. Why is this happening?
Unfortunately, I do not have the answer to that.
This is the greatest disgrace in the history of this academy, if it were to be discovered.
This is the greatest disgrace? This is it? Not the sexual harassment conspiracy. This is it? Not your student trying to kill themselves. This is it? Really?
This is a vital issue for the student council. Did I not ask you to resolve it?
I'm doing the best I can.
And I can trust you? You must do something about this at once. You're the only one who is reliable around here. Don't let me down.
I mean, you said it, Principal. She is the only one who's reliable. Unlike, you.
From what I've heard, even the other students are starting to be dissatisfied with you. At this rate, you and I will both lose our roles at this school. Do you understand?
I do. Please, just give me a little more time.
And it's the afternoon.
Kids these days.
So I handed a bill over at the convenience store, and they told me they don't take foreign currency. What I gave them was a bona fide Japanese banknote. Don't tell me young people these days don't know who Hirobumi is, who Hirobumi Ito is. I shudder to think that these will be the people shouldering Japan's economy. I hope you all know your stuff. Here's a quiz just to make sure. Hey, Zapla. Between paper bills and coins, which one is issued by the government? Both? Wait, what? Both, right? Surely both of them have to be issued by the government. Wait, no, not necessarily. Some might be issued by banks. Maybe. Okay, so what he said is that they were not sure what the notes were. So I assume that coins have to be. Is coins or both?
This is it. Exactly.
That's right. Paper bills are printed by the bank and coins are issued by the government. Hey, I got it right for the right reason. Originally, the government made both coins and paper money. However, with the ability to make as much money as they wanted, the economy fell into chaos. An independent organization, mainly the Bank of Japan, has been tasked with printing paper money since. Whoa, we actually knew that? Maybe I should ask if I can borrow his notes.
Nice going!
Cool, we get an extra point of knowledge. Still not at 3, but we haven't put a lot of effort into it. Coins, which don't have as much of an effect on the economy, are still produced by the government. You simply can't trust a moron to look after your finances. The best they can manage is pocket change. Imagine all the money you could ever want at your feet. I hope the next palace is somewhere awesome like that. Cool. And now it's after school.
Hey!
I see Lady Anne's gonna talk to Ida. You're gonna back her up, right? Yeah, sure.
This is why I hate rain.
We do anything with this? Nope. We do anything with the front one?
Well then.
Oh, we don't have time now. Because, again, the only time where I do anything here is when I already have things set up. Alright.
And so I really need some money right now. Can you tell me about this easy part-time job? I'm sure you know about it, Ida-kun.
It is an eye! Aha!
You don't need my help. A girl like you could probably get a job anywhere, right?
Huh? Now that you mention it, yes. So, what I mean is...
This is going south fast.
Oh, Francois!
What?
Huh?
Huh?
My cat Francois got run over by a car and also has an incurable illness. I need money fast.
What is this lie?
That's not convincing at all. Is she talking about me?
If Francois were to die, I think I'd die too. Probably.
Come on, don't talk like that.
It's working?
If you don't like it, then tell me about that easy part-time job. You know something, don't you? I've heard the rumors.
Rumors? Was it Nishiyama who...
Nishiyama?
Oh,
Hey, what was that about Nishiyama?
that's...
She actually got the momentum back. She's not acting anymore now, is she? Come on. Let's leave this guy to Lady Anne and go look for that Nishiyama fellow.
Sure. Why not? Hop out here?
Do you have a minute?
No.
You're looking for something, right? I want to help you out, so please ask me anything.
Where's Nishiyama?
Nishiyama? He usually hangs out with Ida.
Not helpful.
Oh, so you want to ask him about Ida? So that's why Takamaki-san was chasing him. I'm sorry, I don't know where he is right now. He usually stays till late, so I think he's probably still somewhere in the school.
Oh, thanks, Mishima. Really helpful.
I'll keep digging around while you're looking for him.
Well, I guess we can let him handle this. We'll have to ask someone else about Nishiyama's whereabouts. Can you think of anyone who might know?
Yeah, the person behind who does the newspaper for the school probably knows. But we'll ask everybody.
Damn it.
Hello.
Maybe...
Is this about the scam groups? I heard some of the students have become victims. It would cause quite a lot of buzz if you could solve it. Let me know if you learn anything. Hello. Zaplakun, is President Nijima keeping an eye on you? The student council is on edge. Hurry up. Do you have anything you want to ask about? Nishiyama. Nishiyama-kun, are you looking for him? He's a really serious student with great grades. I always see him at the library after school. The library's just up on the floor above this one. Why don't you go talk to him? Hey, do you know anything about Ida? Ida-kun, from your class. I've heard he's a serious student. Although he has seemed a little down lately. I wonder what happened. The Mafia. I heard the mugging, scams, prostitution and drugs are making them tons of money. Most of their victims have been high schoolers, leading our school to warn its students as well. But nobody actually knows how they operate. Even the police are completely lost. Victims at our school? The principal asked for us to come forward with any information we might have, right? I heard someone did come to the student council saying they were being threatened. I don't want to assume this of you, but you didn't have anything to do with that, right? I didn't, no. I would have thought at this point in our friendship you wouldn't ask me those sorts of questions. Right, anyway, along here. Ooh, hello. What's wrong? Ah, it's nothing. I was just looking at the bulletin.
By the way...
Anyway, how's the investigation going? I don't believe there is much time left at this point. Do you have any info?
Well...
You mean about the bulletin? Sorry, but there's nothing I can say to you right now.
Actually...
Anyway, this is a very important matter for our school. I hope you can return with good news. And don't worry, I'll keep my promise as long as you uphold your end of the bargain.
Well, see you later.
Okay. In here we go. What have we got back here? Oh, hello.
Nishiyama, that's me. You're that transfer student, right? You need something?
Was this about a job?
Job? Are you talking about that one time? I don't know. I said I didn't want to do it. That's something Ida... Wait, are you doing something, Am? He's been acting really strange lately.
I want to help him.
Oh, what do you mean? Is he really wrapped up in something shady?
Tell me what you know.
One day, the two of us went to Shibuya, and a man approached us over near Central Street. He asked if we were interested in an easy part-time job. I said I wasn't, but Ida was into it. He was asking the guy all sorts of questions.
How much was he offering?
I don't know. I was so scared I ended up going home alone. I only heard that it'll only take 10 minutes, and it's good for people who don't stand out.
Anything else?
Ida started spending a lot of money. That's when his strange behavior began too. But that's all I know. That's enough, right?
A man on Central Street, huh? That is suspicious. Maybe he was making him commit crimes?
Have you found out anything, Alpax? I have tried looking into this high-paying part-time job myself. People seem to be talking about it here as well. Supposedly, a man will talk to you in broad daylight over in Central Street, and your job is to deliver a small envelope he hands you. Well, I will contact you again if I learn anything else.
So that means this part-time job is somehow crime-related. It takes 10 minutes, is good for people who don't stand out, and involves a small envelope. Does that ring any bells? It's something the Mafia would definitely be up to.
Drugs? It's not murder. Prostitution seems unlikely. Can't fit a very large person in an envelope. Fraud or drugs would definitely be in there. Ain't drugs.
Like illegal drugs? Maybe they made Ida smuggle drugs for them. That definitely fits with the small envelope. And you can get arrested just for possession.
Did you meet Nishima? Or Nishiyama? Well, I looked into Ida on my own anyway. Rumor has it he got involved in some kind of suspicious part-time job. That job's apparently totally insane. Something about trafficking drugs, I think. I hear they asked you to take part in it down on Central Street in broad daylight even. Oh.
So he is smuggling. This won't be pretty. Come on, let's go back to Lady An. We'll ask Ida directly.
Okay, but there is something I was thinking about. Oh, we can't leave. Never mind. I wanted to go somewhere else, but yeah, we'll have to not do that. Right, along here. Down the stairs. In here. Hello.
Please tell me about the job, or else my beloved Francois.
She's back to Francois.
She's still doing that? Alright, take over for her.
Give it up, Ida.
Come on, you two? I already told you I don't know.
Nishiyama told me everything.
She did? That bastard! Damn it! Shit. Well, if you already know about it, fine. I don't want to talk about it here. Let's go somewhere a little quieter.
Okay.
What's up with you? Especially in front of everyone. Yeah, I got a job. So what? Isn't that normal? What are you getting at?
You're a drug smuggler.
How did you... I've only told one person about that. Of all people. I can't believe you were the one to find out. You're right. They told me they had an easy part-time job for me, and I ended up smuggling drugs. All I had to do was put envelopes into coin lockers, and they said they'd give me a hefty paycheck.
Yeah, it doesn't seem suspicious at all.
I didn't know what was in the envelopes, though. Still, this is what came out of it.
Are you being threatened?
So you knew, huh? They started threatening me right after they deposited the money into my bank account. They had pictures of me carrying the goods. Said they'd expose what I did unless I paid them off. You know? Why are you even asking me this stuff? Are you just gonna use my job to blackmail me too?
Never.
I see. Well, even if you were planning on doing that, I don't have any money I could give you. If you're really interested in that job, try heading over to Central Street. That's where they told me about it. I told you everything you want to know, right? Can I go?
I'm sorry, you know too much. You can't be allowed to live.
Well then.
Oh, see ya. How'd it go? Did An's acting help at all? I'm thinking probably not. It went perfectly, I think. More importantly, were you able to find anything, Alpax? It's drugs. So, they ask you to deliver drugs. That's serious. I just searched for Shibuya drugs and I got a ton of hits too. So they're making people traffic drugs and then threatening them? That must be what I heard people talking about in Shibuya. They seem to be going about this quite openly during the daytime. What a bold methodology. I would have imagined they would do it at night. I wonder why they chose the day. They need to blend in. I see. Yes, more students will be out during the day while the police will be more cautious at night. Ryuji, you're over in Shibuya now, right? Do you see anyone like that there? Yeah, I'm in Central Street. It's tough to tell though. I mean, there's just way too many people. That goddamn rain's not helping out either. The sun will be setting soon. What should we do, Alpax? Let's do this tomorrow. Yeah, that seems like our only choice now. We can split up and search separately then. In any case, we have some new intel. Let us call that progress for today. Whoever asked us to take on that job should know who their boss is too. Alright, I'll get in touch with you guys later tonight. We can come up with a plan. Alright then. Evening. Thought I actually had a customer, but it's just you. I never get many customers when it rains. The cash register's gonna run dry at this rate. Oh. We have to find him tomorrow for sure. This is the only lead we have right now. Yes, it is highly likely that this part-time solicitor is somehow related to the Mafia. If we tail him, he may lead us straight back to his boss. You talked to Ida and Nishiyama over at Central Street, right? Indeed. It seems that this is where our target waits, but then, who should be the one to go? Leave it to me. Yeah, that's probably the best idea. I don't stand out too much. I'll take that as a compliment. I have no objections. We'll leave this to you, Alpax. Tricking people and using that as blackmail. These bastards are true cowards. It's kind of scary to think that people like us are all around the city. Well guys, we gotta brace ourselves. We're up against a serious criminal here. Oh, we got an IM. Hello master, it's Becky, your provider of comfort. I need to ask you, can you request me? The request fee is 5,000 yen, but I promise I'll do a good job. Later. I just wanted to check. Nothing here. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.